All right, we're officially back in New York. I'm gonna do my best to keep the volume down. My mom is sleeping in another room. It is literally just about 1 a.m. It's 12:56. We're back on the East Coast. I slept a bit on the plane today, and it's like 10:56 Mountain Time. So I'm gonna do my best to like start to wind down after this. But I just want to give a quick recap of the day. There's obviously not like a ton to go over. But there's a little something. It was a travel day, so beginning of the day was very like reactive and just handling all the messages that came in overnight, reviewing all the projects that came in from the editors, distributing those to clients, giving instructions for a team to go execute, and then packing my bags and flying to New York. First flight was Phoenix to JFK, and that was an interesting one. I paid $60 to get a window seat, a seat F. I like seat F on all of the flights that I take because I find that when I lean my head to the right to fall asleep, I can fall asleep easier when I lean my head to the right as opposed to when I lean to the left. So I always get seat F on all the planes they'll fly on. And there was a little girl that was sitting in the she was in my seat. But she was sitting right there. I was like, hey, like I think this is my seat, and they really want to switch. And then I ended up like taking the seat at first. I was like, yeah, I just want to sit in the seat, bro. Like, I paid for this. Like I want to sit on the F. Like sorry, like it was available to upgrade for the seat. That was my thought process. But I went inside the seat. The girl starts crying. Oh, my window seat. Oh. So I was like, okay, we can switch. So I go switch with the girl and her mom, and then I sitting on the outside. And then one of the flight attendants like saw what had happened. She's like, hey, like thank you for doing that. Like let's upgrade you. So then I get boosted up into premium economy, which was pretty cool. Slept for about an hour and a half there, and then I was riding, dude. It was amazing. There's something to be said for when you're not on like a total red eye flight and you're totally like out of it, and you just like there's someone not next to you on the plane and you can just write. I've got my bag over here, my computer, and I was gonna pull it out. I meant to pull it out and show on this video, but really just went over just like got the first layer of like the business vision and mission and value proposition like actually written out as something obviously labor over mentally, but it was a lot of like improvements, how we're going to start acquiring clients on a predictable basis, and just it was overall a really good day, really good flight over. We're working through a couple interesting relationships right now where I went through and it was the first time in the past like over the past couple weeks where it actually like personally let go of clients like on my end, like clients that want to stay with us, where I was kind of like, hey, I don't think this is going to be the best fit going forward for us as an agency. And as is everything that's new for the first time, it was pretty difficult, and I feel like I didn't do the best job of like setting some expectations up front and like handling the situation, like dragging it out, not directly jumping on a call, things like that. So the two takeaways are just like being very blunt and upfront about what's expected as the client, because it is a two-way street. It takes two to tango. Like we can do really amazing stuff, but like we're also not a total magic wand. Like if you do nothing, like probably not gonna get to the level of success that we want to get. And number two is just not accepting relationships up front that don't have the highest probable outcome of success for both parties. So that was that. Handled all messages, all inbox at the JFK airport on like a 4 hour or so layover, and then flew here to Syracuse. And despite having 4.5 hours, the JFK airport crew still somehow didn't get my checked bag from one plane to the other. So I don't have any like of the clothes I brought. Luckily, I'm at my childhood house, so I have all my books and clothes. So that would be cool. But either way, it was great to see my mom today. Obviously, only see each other from like 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. But get a bunch of notifications still. She got me this. It says trust your hustle. And well, so that was update for today, Wednesday, November 19th. Officially back in Syracuse for the first time in like 6 months. So I'm gonna enjoy my time here, but we're gonna be waking up as part of the protocol that we were talking about. It's 5 a.m. local time as part of the identity. It's 1 a.m. right now. I'm gonna upload this, clear my desk a little bit because we want a good spot to be able to work in the morning, and yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. So I'm gonna get to do that. And oh yeah, also one thing I wanted to mention as well while we're on the subject of 5 a.m. is like I find that every time I travel, the first day is very important because you either lock in the routine or you make excuses and then those excuses snowball. So like if I don't set the standard of I'm gonna wake up at 5 tomorrow, if I don't set the standard of like, oh, I'm gonna continue foam rolling, I'm gonna continue praying each night, I'm gonna continue with my routine, despite like me being like I'm not as tired as I feel like I could be right now for being 1 a.m. But I could very easily just be like, oh, I have to get to bed. It's gotta be up in a few hours. But instead, we go for it regardless. So I'm gonna get to that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.